The FBI has uncovered more chilling evidence surrounding the New Orleans New Year's Day terror attacker. Investigators say they found bomb-making materials inside his Houston home and at an apartment in New Orleans. The ISIS-inspired U.S. Army veteran killed 14 people and injured more than 30 others. In the French Quarter yesterday, it was an emotional scene for loved ones. Police escorted the family of 21-year-old Yubi Gotro to a growing memorial on Bourbon Street. They walked hand in hand to stand at the spot where Gotro died. Omar Villafranca is in New Orleans. Omar, good morning.
Good morning. Memorials like this one behind me on Canal Street are lined with crosses and flowers to honor the victims. And the healing process is starting, but the investigation is well underway.
CBS News has confirmed that on Friday, investigators searched the Houston home of Shamsud-din and the New Orleans Airbnb he was renting before the deadly New Year's terror attack. Sources say bomb-making materials were found at both locations. The U.S. Army veteran sped down Bourbon Street, ramming his truck into a crowd, killing at least 14 revelers, an attack authorities believe was inspired by ISIS. Those stunned by the horror include Jabbar's half-brother, who did not want to show his face.
Maybe he was going through something, that he just didn't tell anyone about.
Federal agencies have now put out a bulletin warning of possible copycat or retaliatory attacks. Now, New Orleans officials launched an investigation on what went wrong with security. A central focus now are on those bollards on Bourbon Street, designed specifically to thwart a vehicle from plowing through. On the morning of the attack, the bollards were down for repairs. New Orleans Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick.
A terrorist is hell-bent on destruction. And if it hadn't been on Bourbon, he was going to go somewhere else.
But Bourbon Street is the heart of the French Quarter, and New Orleans did have a backup plan. These Archer barriers, also meant to stop a speeding vehicle from driving on the sidewalk. Kirkpatrick was asked why those barriers weren't put in place until after the attack.
I didn't know about them, but we have them, and so we have been able now to put them out.
The first funeral was on Friday for 18-year-old Kareem Badawi, who was a freshman at the University of Alabama. On the corner of Canal and Bourbon Street, there are 14 crosses and images honoring those who died. The growing tribute includes a wall where one mourner wrote, "We will never forget. Terror didn't win." The resilience also extends to the dozens who were injured, including Jeremy Sensky. The 51-year-old Pennsylvania resident was in his wheelchair celebrating when the attack happened.
He kept yelling for help, but he wasn't the worst injured. He was 5 feet from the truck. He was watching the shootout from the ground. We're just so grateful he's alive.
Sensky's recovery will take a long time, but we did learn some good news with his case. He got a brand new wheelchair donated to him for free with the help of local advocates. As for the other victims, there are several vigils scheduled today to honor them. Michelle?
Omar, as you said, terror did not win. Omar, thank you.